What's up YouTube, Jack Sutcliffe here and welcome back to JS Fitness. Now today we're going to be doing a review of AllMax Isoflex. It's the chocolate peanut butter flavour, so I'm very excited to see how it tastes. In my mind, I'm kind of thinking it's going to be tasting like a Reese's peanut butter, but who knows, who knows. So I've just come out of the gym, I'm really needing this. I am feeling, let me just change it slightly. I am really needing this. It was a really big pulling session. Not like that though. Pulls, you know, sets. And yeah, so I need to get my protein in. Now, I've been doing a few reviews of isolate proteins just lately. If you don't know what isolates are, basically you've got different types of protein and isolate is the best, because it allows your body to absorb it as quickly as possible, because it's broken down into really small bits. But anyway, let's get down into the macronutrients, which is on the back, as you'll be able to see there, and then we'll get down into the ingredients, and then we'll do a taste test. What I'm going to do, everyone, is I'm going to put a big ingredients label up on the screen, just so it's easier to follow, so I can read off the back and let you guys know what's in it. So here we go. So first and foremost, it is 120 calorie serving, fairly standard for isolate, you know, nothing too major. I'm really not sure about this angle. There we go. I think that's center. Apologize if not. So yeah, 120 calories in a serving. 5 calories are from fat, so there's less than half a gram of fat in here, which is really good to see. Really happy with that. Next, you've got no saturates, no trans fats, you've got no cholesterol in there. Total carbohydrates, you've got 2 grams, no dietary fiber, no sugars. Now, if you've been following my videos over the past couple of weeks, or just recently watched some more, you'll know that I've got a massive thing for protein powders having more fiber in them, and that's just because in our diets we don't get enough fiber and we need more of it. The best protein powder I've seen so far with the most fiber in is Animal Whey, and that is really good. I'll leave the link somewhere on the screen so you can check that out. Anyway, on to the next one. You've then got 27 grams of protein, which is perfect to see. Make them gains, chocolates go straight to the biceps. So yeah, and then you've got a little bit of calcium, a little bit of iron, a little bit of sodium, a little bit of potassium. Happy days. Then straight on to the ingredients, which is really interesting. Oh, grab it, here we go. So you've got a hydro ratio iron filtered whey protein isolate. Now, I read this and I was like, what the? So I did a little bit of reading, and basically what AllMax have done with Isoflex is when they've been breaking down the whey from the milk, basically whey comes from milk, byproduct for making cheese. So when they've been extracting the isolate from it, they've done it in 2 ways. In a way that one doesn't destroy the isolate, makes it like through heat, and that then kills it. So if your protein powders ever sink to the bottom, they're dud. And then what they've done is the second part of the what shall we call it, filtering process. Basically leave some enzymes in there, or put some in, I wasn't quite sure, to allow your body to better absorb, well, digest and absorb the isolate on consumption. Now, that sounds relatively all singing, all dancing, but isolate, I would always recommend isolate for anyone that's got kind of any intolerances, any digestive problems. So the fact that they're adding extra in, interesting to see, but I'm not sure how beneficial it's going to be. And they do charge quite a bit more for this than other isolates, so whether that little digestive bit is actually worth it, I don't know. Really don't know. I personally wouldn't think so, but hey, what do I know? After that, we've then where am I? Like I say, we've got the protein enzyme blend, which is that the 2-filter process that we we're just talking about. You got some peanut flour, obviously because it's peanut butter flavour. You got your natural artificial flavours. God knows what's that's made up of, but that is an argument for another day. You've then got some cacao powder, thank God because it's chocolate. Some guam gum, some lecithin, salt, all for texture, mixability, because whey isolate can normally mix quite watery, which can be a bit of a negative. And then you got a bit of acetylene, potassium and sucrose, which is your sweeteners in there. So yeah, that's all that's in there. A fairly clean, a fairly lean macronutrients and ingredients list. I wouldn't say there's any BS in there, so pretty good, AllMax. One thing which I do quite like about the packaging is on the rear, I don't know if you can see there, it kind of gives you a breakdown of how the powder weighs up to other foods, which is quite interesting. And then at the bottom, which is always helpful for all you picky people out there, tells you it's being lab tested, where I think it says it's gluten free, so happy days. And just generally looking at it from the front, it looks beautiful. But yeah, anyway, that's it. I'm really happy with it, can't complain. Let's get this mofo mixed up and do this review. So it says on the back 150 mils of cold water or low fat milk. I'm always a milk guy. Like I said, I've just been to the gym, got no milk on me. So I'm, oh, mind the booty. I've gone for water. Got my booty pink shaker today. Had to take the wifey's, or the missus, because we ain't quite there yet. I've had to take her shaker, all mine need a wash. So yeah, let's get this done. So just rip the top off, powder's gone everywhere. Now I always like to just kind of smell it to give you an idea of how, as like first impressions. First impressions seem fairly good. To be honest, it smells a bit like a biscuit, so God knows how it'll taste. Can't complain though. There are way worse smelling ones out there. Anyway, let's pour this in, see how we get on. Hopefully I won't get it all over me. Now, there's quite a lot of powder to water, which is quite interesting. So, even though it is isolate, it may mix a little bit thick, a little bit lumpy, who knows, but we'll see. Shake it up. Again, isolate you shouldn't normally need to shake too much, but I'm just, because there's a bit less water, I'm just going to give it a little bit longer. There we go, let's get this done. Right, so got my trusty glass, just give it a quick blow just in case there's any dust in there. Lick the lid as always. Ooh, interesting flavour. And here we go. So first impressions, there isn't much froth, just a little bit, as you can clearly see. There's some little bits sinking to the bottom, which I'm not too concerned about. Let's move it in a bit closer for you. But otherwise, this looks like a beautiful colour, just like peanut butter. The froth looks quite enticing, to be honest. It's looking a bit like a beer in all fairness. To the bottom there's some tiny little bits, but I'm assuming that's just probably some of the mix. Cheers. Interesting. There's a subtle hint of peanut butter in there. I would probably say, if anything, they could go a bit more with the peanut butter. And there's a bit of the chocolate in there. The chocolate, I don't know if it's the chocolate or the sweetener. This is actually quite sweet. Yeah. You can taste it. You can taste the peanut butter. You can taste the chocolate / sugar. Definitely taste the sugar. Now, like I said, this is chocolate peanut butter flavour. There you go, just showing you guys it. Now, I'm not sure if they've gone for a sweet / slightly richer flavour because of the butter. I'm not sure with that, but I personally, it's not what I expected flavour-wise. It's not bad, but it is very much on the sweet side. To be honest, I would be very interested to see how the other flavours taste, to be honest. See if the shakes are all just generally quite sweet. In terms of mixability, of taste, it has mixed perfect. 10 out of 10 there, can't fault them. On the mouth, kind of when it's in there, it's not as thick as like an actual, I'm just going to show you guys that it's some more. There's a few little bits at the bottom, if you can see there. I'm assuming that is going to be the peanut flour, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, when it's in your mouth, the texture, can't fault it, is quite nice. I think it probably would be really good with milk. But then you have got the sugar with the milk, so it might be a little bit too sweet, just to be mindful of. There's like a little aftertaste in there which I just can't quite put my hand on. But otherwise, that ain't bad. I have got another peanut butter flavour to do a review of. I believe it's BSN Synthesis 6. So that will be interesting to compare, just generally how the flavours weigh up across the market. But yeah, that's not bad. You're not going to be disappointed. As a nice lit, it feels good. It doesn't feel... I can't say the word I want to say. Doesn't taste watery or too runny, which is always a positive. So yeah. Anyway, it comes in a few different flavours. You got like, I think you've got strawberry, vanilla. You're gonna have a chocolate in there. There's another one. I can't remember off the top of my head. Cost-wise per serving, like I said, it is a bit more expensive. I think it's rocking in at about the $1 mark, maybe 90 cents mark. So it is a bit more up there, especially compared to some whey proteins, which are about 50 to 60 cents a serving, including some isolates. So it's cracking on nearly double the price. But yeah. Excuse me, overall really interesting one, can't complain. You're not going to be disappointed. I won't say it's the best I've had, I won't say it's average, I'd probably say it's somewhere in between. So if you're wanting to give it a flavour, if you're wanting to give it a try, by all means do. You're not going to be disappointed, you will enjoy it. So yeah, anyway everyone, I hope you've liked the review. If you've got any questions about it, please just hit a comment down below, or if you want any reviews of any supplements, again, just ask me. I'll get them done as soon as I can, or as soon as the bank permits. And yeah, please be sure to like and comment down below. Please subscribe to the channel because it really does help it to grow. And like I say, it helps me to bring more reviews to you guys